Good evening, viewers. My name is Melvin Metzger. I welcome you all to the Melvin Metzger Show, live from London, hosted on the Then and Now media platform. This is our third episode, and my show is diverse and it focuses on a range of topics, including fashion, media, relationships, health, education, religion, food, sports, and media. On this show, I engage guests from around the world so that they will be able to tell us their own stories. They'll be able to share their successes, their challenges, and their achievements. The Melvin Metzger Show aims to motivate, educate, inform, and share ideas. In short, we aspire to inspire. Mr. Collins Archie-Pearce is a Sierra Leonean film director, a film producer, an actor, a manager, founder, and CEO of Archie-Pearce Production Limited. He has featured in over 50 Nollywood and African movies in the UK and abroad. He has won over 50 movie awards, including the NELAS Awards in Nigeria. Collins Archie-Pearce has also built a great management portfolio, which includes Vicker, Patrice Ozorkwo, and John Okafor, commonly known as Mr. Ebu to most of us Sierra Leoneans and fans around the world, just to name a few. He's also senior manager at the London Underground Limited. Wow, the man himself, the legend, Collins Archie-Pearce. Welcome to the Melvin Metzger Show.
Thank you very much for having me, Melvin.
Yes, how are you today, sir? How are you doing, sir?
Well, as always, I'm doing fine.
I'm a bit jealous because that CV is just a top-notch CV. I'm a bit jealous. I hope to achieve that in the next few years.
See who is talking. Anyway, thank you very much for the compliments.
Okay, right. You're from Sierra Leone, and that's a long way. That's a long shot from England. I would like you to start by telling us some of your challenges and struggles that you have faced, if any, growing up in Freetown, Sierra Leone.
Wow. Well, it's not easy though, because I'm happy to say that I came from a very poor family background. My family is like very modest people. Yeah, but the good thing is, even though we didn't have much at the time, we made sure that we never, ever do anything that's out of the way to make money. You know, and I'm happy to say I went through that phase, which actually fortified me now. So coming to the UK, I was well equipped to face all these challenges. Now in Sierra Leone, it's not easy though, because growing up in a country like Sierra Leone, the days I was in Sierra Leone was not bad at that time, because at least, you know, things were not that bad as it is now. Some of the challenges I faced, like going to school, I would have to wear, like, my uniform could be almost tight in my body, but what can I do? You know, I have to make sure I make the best out of it before I get a new one. But again, I was satisfied, contented. That's the spirit. Well, yes, I had my good times as well. The challenges are there, yes, but again, I'm not going to forget the old times, the good old times, sorry, wherein I've got like, I mean, decent friends. We go, like, how can I put it now? We went to places, you know, I mean, obviously boys must be boys, going to all those different clubs and, you know, like, especially on a weekend. So we had a good time. Sometimes, again, I get bullied because of I'm a tiny little person. So people who are like gigantic try to like take advantage of their size and dominate me. Sometimes they ask me for my lunch pack, and I'll say, you know what? I don't even have a lunch. So don't worry about the pack. There's nothing in there, you know. But that's all like, I mean, good, because people growing up Africa coming here in the UK, I don't think we'll even struggle that much, because we've gone through different phases in life. What else can I say? Well, it's not that bad though, to be very honest, growing back home in Sierra Leone.
Okay, thank you. You mentioned that you stay disciplined and you stay focused, even though there were certain things that you didn't have growing up. So that's a great tribute to yourself, that you managed to stay away from trouble and all the distractions that could have got you into other situations. So that's good, sir. Now, coming to England, it's a long way from Sierra Leone. When you first arrived in England, were the streets paved with gold, or you had some other challenges to face again along the way?
Paved with gold, I wish. Anyway, I still remember the date I actually arrived in the UK. That was the 21st of March, 1991, 7:35 a.m. You know, it's like coming here, first and foremost, I had all my plans all intact because I said to myself, I'm coming here for greener pastures, coming here to make what I can make and go back home because there's no place like home, you know. And so coming to the UK wasn't paved with gold though, because a Black man coming to this country for the first time, you have to learn the tricks of the trade, whatever is happening, try to know the terrain and everything. It was not paved with gold for me. It was a very difficult time. I went through difficult phases here, but the good thing, as I said previously, growing up in Sierra Leone has actually equipped me to face these challenges. So I was not moved. I know what I want. I stayed focused because I said to myself, until I achieve my goal, I am not going to give up. I'm not going to like relax or rest on my laurel. I'm going to make sure I push and push and push until I get there.
Wow, fantastic.
It was difficult for me in the sense that in the early 90s, 1991, for a Black man to have a decent job in the UK, my brother, you must be really, really lucky with all your degree. Nothing, unless you're lucky or blessed. Let me don't say lucky, but let me say blessed as a Christian. I remember I'll recite a few occasions. There was the first time I actually phoned in for a job. As soon as the lady picked up my accent, she said there is no vacancy. I was like, okay. But I inquired, they were still recruiting. And I said, okay, no problem. And I was a bit dodgy one time because I asked a friend of mine who's a white guy, I said, just let me just know what's going on. So the guy made the phone call. I remember, I'll never forget, we even run out of money because you know those pay phone, you put money in and you make calls. Yes, yeah. So made the call and they said, oh, yes, yeah, vacancy and whatever. I said, fine. I made the call after him. They said no vacancy. So I know straight away that something is not right. But I said, I'm not going to give up. So I said, I'm going to go for menial jobs. I don't care if it's a cleaning job, you know. So I actually went for cleaning supervisor job at Dorchester Hotel. Luckily, obviously, these white people don't want this kind of job. So I got the job. I'll stay there for now. Another setback I had when I was actually applying for jobs was I filled in my application, sent everything, and then they said I was unsuccessful. So I called in and I asked if I can get feedback. And to my surprise, the lady said to me, you don't even know how to fill in an application. Whoa. I said, thank you very much for that. I said, but where did I go wrong so I can learn from it? Because I always see it as learning curve. So she said, you don't even know where to put your first name and your surname. I said, okay, so what? And I said, sorry, what do you mean? Can you explain to me? And then she said, listen here, you put your surname where your phone name should be, and you put your phone name where your surname should be. You see, if you can't fill a simple application, how can you get this job? Then I said, sorry, I said, so what should I have done? She said, I've just told you, you should have put your surname where your surname should be. Then I said, well, I'm very sorry, ma'am. That's what I did. And she said, well, you put your first name as Collins and your surname as Archie-Pearce. It should have been Archie-Pearce Collins. I said, no. My first name is Collins and my surname is Archie-Pearce. She goes, oh. And I said, yes. I said, so am I going to get the job? She goes, no, but unfortunately, the vacancy is filled up, so you won't get it. But I'm sorry. Then I said, well, so I wasn't wrong, right? She goes, okay, sorry about it. And then she hung up on me. I was disappointed. There was one point I even said to myself, I'm going to change my name to Archie-Pearce Collins because I can't face this any longer. But that's life, you know. It's like, one I would tell you quickly. I actually went for a job. I went to the application stage and everything. Went for the interview. 3 of us were seated. In fact, 4 of us, but by the time I got there, one person was called in, obviously, like 15, 20 minutes, he came out smiling, a white man. I was the only black person there. So 5 minutes later, the lady came out, she got a file or whatever on the clipboard. She said, and she went straight to the white person who was sitting on my left. And she asked him, "Are you Mr. Archie-Pearce? You wanted him?" The guy said, "No." She went past me, went to the other white person, asked, "Are you Mr. Archie-Pearce?" The guy said, "No." I was waiting for her to talk to me. She walked straight into the room, and she was actually walking, she was actually in the corridor walking, and she was talking, saying, "Mr. Archie-Pearce is not here yet. Should I get the next candidate?" I turned to the guy on my, I can't remember if it's the one on my left or right, both of them are white anyway. And I said, "I'm Mr. Archie-Pearce. Why didn't she ask me?" And the guy said, "Oh, sorry, perhaps the job is not meant for you." He said it in a sarcastic way anyway, but I didn't take offense. As I said, I mean, I was well ready, well fortified to face all the challenges I faced while I was here. Yeah. So when she came out again, I said, "Excuse me, mommy. I mean, you came, you didn't even ask me, and you went in and said, Mr. Archie-Pearce is not here." "I am here." And she said, "Are you Mr. Archie-Pearce?" I said, "Yes, I am." She goes, "Oh, okay, I'll get back to you. Let me interview these people first." So the next white person went in, whatever, and they called the other white person. And then she came up to me and said, "Sorry, the vacancy is all filled, so we can't, I mean," and I was like, "What the hell is this?" So I was so disappointed, so frustrated. I said, "You know what? I'm going to go for cleaning job." This guy was right. This kind of job's not for me. So I ended up being a cleaning supervisor at Dorchester Hotel. I will stop here for now.
Wow. That's a story and a half.
I'm telling you.
A lot of people back in the days went through those challenges, went through those situations, especially people with English names. And then, like you said, they just walk past you thinking that's not the Collins, or this should be your first name or should be your second name. But they also say that actor leaders are born. So
Yeah.
were you born to be an actor? You start thinking about acting at an early age, or is it something that you felt inside you that, look, this is my profession, this is my career, this is the path I'm going to take?
I love that question. I have to say this. It might sound strange. It's like when you have this latent talent, it's there lying waiting for you to just activate it. Yes. I have such a wonderful talent, but it's just a matter of a point where you want to look for something that you enjoy doing. So while I was in the UK, I said, "You know what? I need to look for something. I can't play football. I know I'm not good at that anyway. I can keep the goal though, but again, I mean, I'm not that good, but I'm not bad." So I said, "Look, I'm not going to go down that road." I was thinking, can I be a singer? I said, "Oh, my voice is awful. I can play the instruments. I can play the guitar, the drums, and what else? I can't remember the other and third one." So I said to myself, "Okay, I'll look for something." I said, "Hold on. While I was back home, I mean, churches and schools and everything, I was acting. Why can't I go into this?" I said, "I'll give it a try, but I'm not sure because I didn't get like positive feedback when I was back home." I said, "Perhaps it's something I can develop." Long and short of it,
yeah.
There was a time that was early 2000. I was watching a TV, program. There's this series called Everyday Life. So I was watching it and I said, "Oh, this is a Black program." And I realized it's been shown on like 5 TV stations. Then I said, "Oh, this is a big program. If I go for the interview or the audition, I would not stand a chance." Then I said, "Hold on here. Why am I giving up? Why can't I give it a try?" I said, "Okay, why not? You got big names, big guys in the film and everything." So, they put an advert for the audition. I went there, filled the form, everything, sitting there, seeing all these guys. One guy was even bragging, talking that he's been acting for years and he would be like getting a big role in the film and everything. Mm-hmm. I said to myself, "Oh my God, I'm not going to be intimidated by whatever they're saying." So they called me. Next, I went in, gave me the script, gave me 2 minutes, no, not 2 minutes, about 3 minutes to read it quickly. And then the guy's going to now act, the other character while I act, and then we can now act together and see if I've got the talent or if I know what I'm doing. Now, they gave me the script and I read it. I interpreted it my own way, obviously. And then I said, "I need to get this, because if I get this, that's a big breakthrough for me." You won't believe it, Melvin. now like said, okay, you're coming out from work, having a briefcase, anything. This is your living room. This is your bedroom. I'm in bed with your wife or your partner. You're walking in, you got the lines, now deliver. You know, it's like when you imagine like, this is something I have to go into character well. I walked in. When I walked into the living room, I can hear the sound, crying. I said, what's going on? Just pushed the door open, and I saw him lying there on the bed, assuming my partner was underneath him, but that was like just for the purpose of the role play. And, you know, like when somebody freezes when he sees something, like it was like in shock.
Yeah,
I was at the point. The briefcase dropped from my hand. I didn't even look down. I was looking. Then it's like I stammered a little bit, saying, you know, and I went to character. I wanted to grab that guy and drain the life out of him. I forgot that I was even acting. When I went into character.
That's passion. That's passion.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And I was like, you know, and I even wanted to give him like some dirty slap. Then I said, lucky, you know, today is your lucky day. I mean, I said, next time. And I said, are you still standing? Disappear. The way I screamed and everything. You know, I was so much into character. Even when the guy said cut, I was like, the guy, and they were like clapping, all 5 of the judges. The chief judge said, I want this guy. He's going to play the lead role. And when we finished, the guy said, wow, why have you been hiding? I said, this is my first audition. He said, you don't mean it. So get to where I was giving the lead role.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I nailed it, my brother, straight away. I never knew I got such talent. That's why I always say to people, when you want something, put your whole being into it. Do it as if that's what would save you from going to hell. Get it right. That's what happened. And I became popular. That's my breakthrough into the movie, sector, you know. Became popular. People usually like call me, oh, I saw you on telly. Oh my God. Oh my brother. I got space of no time, thousands of friends everywhere. I went to Germany. That was 2006. I never knew they watched the TV program there as well. Wow. This is a friend took me to a cafe. I was there, and the lady was serving somi. She screamed. She dropped what was in her hand, dropped it and said, oh my God, that's him. She rushed to me. Are you from UK? I said, yes. She said, oh yeah, that's him. That's him.
You were a celebrity already. You were a celebrity.
I mean, she was like, take anything, don't pay. In fact, how long are you here for? I said 2 weeks. She goes, you should be coming every morning to have breakfast. And I was like, oh my God. I said, well, you're running a business. I have to pay. She goes, no. And I was like saying, oh my God. But this is good because I remain humble. I always have to say this. Humility goes a long way.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, like, it was not easy, but to remain humble, because when you go places, you go to shops. I even went to I can't remember again, like Poundland or those kind of shops that sell things like £1 and whatnot. Somebody saw me say, oh, what are you doing here? This is for us, not for celebrities like you. I said, oh my God, what is this? You know, but at the end of the day, for me, I still remain humble, and I let it like not to go like to make me think I am superior or I am this or that. I still remain humble.
You're a very humble guy. You're a very humble guy. I've known you for a while now. And even though we're not in the same, went to the same school, got the same alma mater, and you're a very humble guy. So we move on to the next question, Collins. That was a very nice way to have explained how you got your breakthrough into the movie industry and how passion and determination and confidence as well steered you towards that goal. Now, when you started your acting career, did you get any support or help from your families? Because the family I came from, my dad is a highly qualified man. So back then, all they were thinking about, go university, go university, go university. Tell them you want to be a footballer? No, go to the university. You want to be an actor? What is acting? You want to be a...
Exactly.
So they were just, it was just education for them. No disrespect to them, it was just education. So you managed to get yourself out of that, and at least you've made a good life for yourself. You made a career for yourself. So did you get that support early on from your family members?
Well, not really. The only thing I would say, I'm going to be very honest here. My ex-wife was very supportive, you know, because I'm not going to say she hasn't got a choice, because she would have decided to denounce it and start making a fuss, but she was very supportive. My mom actually lived in the States, USA at the time, where she still lives there anyway, but she normally comes and go. But while I was actually into it, she was actually like, in America, I did not let anyone know apart from my family, my wife and children, you know. So obviously going on sets, shooting and everything, when I actually like got home, she would ask, how did it go? Ah, well, you can make it, you make it, and blah, 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 which was good. Parent-wise, I lost my dad at an early age. I was about 3 years when he died. I believe if he was alive, he would have denounced it. He would not have supported me, because, you know, these, I mean, parents are like, you know. But the good thing, I got support from my ex-wife, which was good. And yes, but another thing again, like friends who are like thinking, but hold on here, is that all you want to do, acting? I mean, you wouldn't get rich by acting.
Yeah.
I said, well, it's not about the money. It's the passion. It's the love for the craft. You know, if it was the money, I wouldn't be giving some of my films free, you know? So that was like it. So I just believe that in life, not everyone would support you. Some people would say it, they won't support you either because they're genuine, they believe that that's not the route to go down, or some people would not support you because they're jealous and they think, oh, if he gets it, or he achieves it, he's going to get up there and I don't want him to surpass me. Other people, again, would be like neutral, thinking, is it right for him? Or, well, okay, whether he takes it or not, none of my business, you know, but you get all these people, they're all there. So you wouldn't know your true friends until when you're in trouble. But for me, I got support for my immediate family, which was not bad. And yeah, that's it.
That's it. Right. You've won over 50 awards. When I did my research on you, and despite the fact that I know you're a good friend of mine, but I did my research, you've won over 50 awards. Where do you keep these awards? Because I want to come break in the door and have, I can have some. Where do you keep all these awards?
Oh, so you want to come at night, right?
Yes, after midnight.
Oh dear. Well, obviously, some actually in nicely framed cupboard. I mean, I've got my, how can I put it now? I've got like a cupboard full of got 52 trophies, not 52 trophies, 52 awards. Yeah, some of them are certificates and all. So 52 in total, trophies are like 40 something. But the thing about keeping your awards, your trophies, you just want to make sure these accolades are put in a safe place. You don't want anyone to like hit the cupboard or whatever accidentally and one or two fall to the ground and then that's it. So they're all there and I've got like nicely put in there, you know, so that people walking the see, they're like, oh, hold on. I was renovating my house, I mean, last year. Some of the workers would just stand and stare and like, oh my God, you got all these awards. I say, yes, yes. And so what do you do? They will start reading, oh, best film director, best actor, best producer. Oh my God, you'll be like, can we take picture, please? Selfie and all these things, you know. But it's good. I keep my awards in my house. Some of them actually in box anyway, still in there. So, but it's good to like see them when you wake up in the morning, you see them, you say, well, yes, this is my achievement and I'm going to keep pressing for I want to get to 100, then I'll stop.
Wow, that's a great ambition. It's good to be ambitious. Right, you also won the NELAS Award from Nigeria. How did you manage to get that? Because Nigeria's got a rich pool of actors and actresses. How did you manage to grab that award?
Well, the thing about it, I never allow anyone to intimidate me. You can be the best, I mean, director, producer, or actor in Nigeria, or even Hollywood. I just believe that what men have done, man can still do. I believe that I can do it as well. So when I'm going on set, when I'm producing film or directing or doing anything regarding film production, I always say, I want mine to be the best. This kind of craft is something that you can push it. This can be your limit. I can do something and say, okay, fine. What about somebody who does it better? I have to improve on it. I'll say, no, I don't want this. I have to go again and do it. This is me. So I've won lots of other awards competing with big Nollywood actors. There was one award I won that was 2000 and I don't know if it's 15. I can't remember again. Yes, I was in the United States of America, and big names were there. And I was so happy when they called, when they see the winner is, that was like in Congo. Big guys, big Nollywood actors were there, you know. I mean, and then they called me that I won it. Lots of Sardinians were there in the hall, this screaming. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. It was, oh, Jesus. It's like pouring cold water on my head. I said, God, what? But this is it, because you want, when you're doing something, you give it your 100%, give it your best shot. So NELAS won. It's not only that, I've won a few other awards wherein I'm like, oh my God, was I actually competing with these guys? You know, It's good. It's a good feeling though.
Yeah, that's what I thought about. Also, you've got longevity in the movie industry, especially the African movie industry. How do you stay motivated, Mr. Collins Archie-Pearce? How do you stay motivated? I know you love cars. I know you've got a wonderful car, but there must be other desires, other things that keep you motivated.
Well, you know, I've got a full-time job at Leonean, and combining the two, or compounding the two, is not easy. Yeah. But when you want something, as I said earlier on, the passion for it, I just think and say, you know what, I want to be the best. Mm-hmm. So I have to keep moving, keep doing it. Now, what I normally do, like, I've got my production company. The days I'm not working, doing my main job, I'm doing my production job. So as you know, I manage over like 20 or 25 top Nollywood actors. So I get jobs for them. Got my secretary, should be sending correspondence to different media houses all over, in fact, all over the world. Put it that way, Vicker, Australia, everywhere. The skies are limits. Try to raise the profile of some of these actors that I manage, give some background and push it and push, and even let the producers know that even if you think, not even if you want it, but you think like, well, I would prefer this person to this person or whatever, have a chat. I can give you the best, actor for that particular role because I've got their profile and everything. So that is, for me, is good, which I do. And I also make sure, because doing this kind of job, having your main job and having your other job on the side is not easy. So I make sure I have my work-life balance, so I don't exhaust myself, you know. So whenever I'm tired or whatever, I take a break. I just relax. Money's not everything. Yeah. When I say relax, I'm still my mind is working, yes, this, but I just chill a little bit. And then obviously when I take my annual leave, I go out and shoot films and everything. So for me, it's not easy, but the passion is what keeps me going.
Wow. You also transition, Collins, you also transition from, you made a transition from an actor to a movie producer and director. What was the reason for that? Is it you wanted to be in control of what you produce, or what the film should look like, or what the actors should look like? What was the reason behind the transition to an actor, director, and producer?
Okay, being a manager, I have all these managerial skills, background, and everything. And go on sets, working with producers, I would normally come up with suggestions. And most of the time they'll say, oh yes, that's a good one. Yes, we can implement that. You can do that. So I said to myself, hold on, what is even stopping me from producing? I said, okay, let me establish first, letting people know that, yes, I'm a big actor, well-disciplined, established actor. Then I can go next phase, producing. So I said to myself, now, if I have to produce, being a manager and how to manage, I do things methodically. I'm not bragging or boasting, but when I do my bits and pieces, everything falls into place because of that's my quality. That's one of the qualities I've got that I always boast of. I am so systematic. If I have to now go to the shops, I'll start thinking first, how long does it take me to leave my house to the shop, work it out? If I go there, you know what I'm saying? This is like me. So that's it. So I sat down and I said, you know what? I'm going to go into film production. I'll make a very good producer, because once I get all my schedule, everything on point, I can now plan my budget. and I can work within my budget, because all producers will tell you, when you want to do your film production, the first you're going to think of is your budget. How much do I want to spend on this production? So I can now get my budget, work according to the budget, get everything in place, even the schedule. If I schedule to shoot 3 weeks, I can get it in 3 weeks, spot on, not one day over, because of the way I plan myself. It's a talent. So I decided to give it my best shot. I said, okay, I will have to go into film production now to just see if I can, well, if I get it wrong, it's a learning curve. I will keep trying till I get it right. So because of the managerial background, and the good thing again, I was a training specialist for London Underground, in which you like, I mean, if you're a trainer, you've gone through different phases, they've inculcated stuff into you that you would now pass on to other people. So these are all like what actually gave me that inclination. So you know what, I would go there and I'm going to make sure I get it right. So I went and I got, everything was on point ever since I produced. Even when I went to the Gambia to produce this film called Andrew My Love, everything was on point, finished on time. Because if I'm producing in the UK, I'm a bit relaxed because I'm here. If I go over by one day, it's okay. But when I'm going to Sierra Leone or America or other African countries, I have to get it right. If not, I'm going to miss my flights. And this is it. So everything should be on point. So that's why I moved from acting, which I still act though, to producing films. And I even trained some film producers as well, work with them, how to produce film, get everything right, you know. Wow. And after that, obviously, I was trained by British Film Institute. So if they've trained me how to direct, why can't I make use of it? So I said I have to start directing as well. So like directing is, for me, it's not easy because I normally play lead roles in most of my films. You understand? So playing the lead role and directing is difficult because it's nice for the director to be there to see, have an overview of what's going on. You understand? And he would now say, "Cut, no, I want you to do it this way." But if I am acting, directing as well, telling myself to cut, no, I don't want it this way, I want to do it this way, I prefer this angle and this and that. It's not easy, but it's something, once I'm going to like go full-time directing, I'm going to stop acting so that I can concentrate on that. Compounding the two is not easy, you know, and what else? So acting, producing, directing, yeah. So that's it. So, but it's good when you're a director because you got that creative mind. You can look at scripts and interpret it space of no time. You got your director's script, you just put it the way you want it, and you're good to go. It's very good.
That's great. That's great. You also offered Fatima B, our current First Lady, a role in one of your movies. What was that experience like?
Well, working with her is brilliant. I'm going to say this. I'm not saying it because she's the First Lady, but she is well disciplined.
Okay.
When I'm saying this out of experience, when you work with somebody who's an established actor,
yeah,
Mr. Ibu, like when we did Ibu in Sierra Leone, she played the role of Mr. Ibu's wife. In fact, when I asked her, she said, "Collins, I will do it for free. Don't pay me." Okay. I was like, wow. She's not the type who wants grab money. She's there to help.
Okay.
May God continue to bless her. Anyway, let me come back. Sorry, I just got into like whatever. So when she said it, I was like, are you sure? So this is the spirit. So she played the role of Mr. Ibu's wife. Now on set,
yes,
she's never been late. That I will tell you. Same with Mr. Ibu. They are always on time. Everything is there. She'll make sure she got her script right, everything. Bingo, good to go. And it goes a long way. Even though the go on said, sometimes there was a time that she intervened when something was not going right. She said, "Collins, you're too soft." But because I have my managerial skills, I know sometimes it's a push and pull. So that's the time where I say, okay, I'm going to pull, get them back and whatever. And people wanted to take advantage of the situation. Okay, oh, it's nice now and whatever. She intervened, and thank God she intervened at the right time, because if not, I would have been like one day over the shooting schedule. But thank God everything was in place. Working with her is brilliant. So we've done about 5 films now.
5 films?
Short, yes. Me and her. One of the films I played the role of her father in the film. That's the Soul. Another one I played the role of boyfriend in the film. That was Shameful Deceit. Obviously, Ibu and Sierra Leone reacted it together, but she was Ibu's wife. And there was a one I played the role of That's Half in Battered as a medical doctor in the film, you know. So we've done a lot, and she's a brilliant actress. I
Wow.
wish when after being the first lady or wherever, she might continue her career as an actress. She's really good.
Have you got any further project lined up for Fatima Bio once she?
Well, if she's, of course, I would like to work with her. I'm talking about very, very brilliant, well-experienced actress. You know, I will look forward to, like, I'm looking forward. In fact, if she's still going to go into that, yes, something we'll do again. Another thing I want to say is, like, when you've got these kind of top actors, yeah, they come on set, they lead by example. They need to let the junior ones coming up see how things been done. Come on time, don't argue, listen to the director. Even if you think doing it this way is the best, the director says, no, I want you to come from that side, not that side. You listen, because the director has actually factored things together. Look at it from another perspective, saying it's better if this person does it this way instead of this way. So she would just say, thank you, okay, that's it. So when other actors see, they just follow suit. But if she was the one who's been like, oh, I want it this way. Oh, no. This is how it's been done. That's not good. So I'm so happy that not only her, Mr. Ibu, established actors, they always try to behave on set because they want to lead by example. They want to show the junior actors that this is how we do it. So that's good.
Yeah, so that's a great experience working with the First Lady of Sierra Leone, Fatima Bio. You said she was disciplined, she was always on time, and she was very passionate as well about the movies that she do. That's great. And you're looking forward to working with her again. Now, the inauguration, I saw a lot of other Nigerian actors and actresses at the inauguration. Were you invited, or did you not accept the invitation, or were you busy? Did you attend the inauguration?
Okay, I was in Sierra Leone. In fact, I was actually at the State House. So I had a lengthy discussion. We were like, in fact, I felt bad that people were outside waiting and we were busy talking, you know, because I was went to say hi, to see her and everything. So she did make mention. But the thing is, I was supposed to fly back to the UK, I think the day before the inauguration. And I was looking, is it expedient to extend my flight? But again, I was supposed to go back to work the following day after landing. So I said, you know, I'm not even going to risk it, you know, so that was it. But obviously she extended the invitation to me. I mean, that will never happen. Like, I'm there, inauguration taking place, and she doesn't invite me. She's a very easygoing person, very down to earth person. Yeah.
That's great. Collins, your management portfolio, why did you decide to go into management? Because you've got such an impressive portfolio of actors that you're managing, Van Vicker, Mr. Ibu. So just to name a few, I mean, why did you decide to go into management?
I love that question. Now, I have a production company, yeah, and you have a company, you have your staff. I've got my PA, I've got my secretary, I've got my special advisor, I've got my legal advisor, I've got my accountant. I mean, everything is in place. Now, I just said to myself, it's not only going to be about just shooting movies. I can go into management as well with my big top managerial skills. So the first person I took on board, I'm not quite sure if it was Kenneth Okonkwo or Mr. Ibu. I can't remember the first person. Yeah. Everything was working perfectly okay. They were so impressed with the way I managed, and they were the ones spreading the news to their fellow actors. Say, wow, yeah, this guy, he's my manager in the UK. His name is Collins Archie-Pearce. And I started receiving phone calls, and, you know, some of them, I approached them because they know, you know, and then obviously let them know that, okay, you're a top Nollywood actor. I would like to manage you because I'm happy with what I'm seeing. And what, like Michael Leonean, I approached him and he was so happy to say, oh yes, why not? A few of them I approached, you know, but it's good when these people have got trust and confidence in you. Sometimes, I'm not going to say this out of any, okay, let me say it, I'll have to say this. I feel good with looking at me being a Leone and managing top Nollywood actors. You understand? Not that they don't have managers there or elsewhere, but because of, you know, when people say good things about you, I know I'm very disciplined. I know that. So I draw the curtain, I draw the line, so I let them know this is how I go, this is how we do things, and they're all happy. Those guys are professional, you know? So this is like, it's managing them for me. I'm not going to go into depth to get any managerial, I mean, whatever we do, but all I would say, it's a good experience, especially when, say, for example, I'll give you a good example. I got a call from a big producer in Australia that they want Mr. Ibu, to feature in one of their events. So we started negotiating. They were ready to pay $40,000.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Just to surface, to just show up. That's like it. So you can imagine, so it's a very good thing though, because you manage these people, they pay such amount of money, The good thing about it, obviously, when you manage actors, I don't need to go with him to Australia.
Yeah.
I just put my terms and conditions. They pick him up from the airport, agree on the hotel, 5-star hotel, obviously, fly in business class, everything, we sign paperwork and everything, ready, put the deposit and everything. This is how we roll. So I don't even need to go. So I can still have my full-time job, manage 30 top Nollywood actors without even leaving this country at all. You see, but if I was to manage artists, when they do their tours, when they go, you have to go there, you have to be with them. So that's why I chose actors instead of artists.
Wow, that's great. Do you manage any Sierra Leonean actors? Because that's what most people will be wanting to ask. Do you manage any Sierra Leonean actors?
Yes, I do. I manage Desmond Finney. He's one of the best in Sierra Leone anyway. I manage Christina Camara. I manage Aisha Bangura. Not Bangura. What's the surname now? I can't remember the surname now. It's like, I manage I can't remember some of them now, but I manage about, say, 8 or up to 10 Sierra Leonean actors, which is also good. The only downside now is because we're young in the industry, some of these actors are not established worldwide yet. They're big names in Sierra Leone. Good example, if you go to Jamaica now, we make mention of Desmond Finney, who is a top Sierra Leone actor. I prefer him to most of these Nollywood actors. He's top-notch. I'm sure if you go there, 80% of Jamaicans will say, who is he? There could be 20% who know him because they've seen him in Sierra Leone. Even one of my staff at work was flying, and he was actually, I can't remember which of the airlines, and he watched my film in flight, and he saw it, and he said, oh my God, that guy, that tyrant. And I said, that's Desmond Finney. He said, boy, that guy can act. He said, in fact, I enjoyed it because of him, not even because of Mr. Ibu. So getting compliment, getting all this feedback from people, that actually made me to infer that, yes, he is top-notch, you see. So for me, I always see it like, we've got the talent, it's just the exposure, it's just for people to push for the world to know. And that's what I'm doing. And I've promised myself, when all this pandemic, everything subsides, I'm going to start pushing the Sierra Leonean actors now, so that they will, even if, they will get them on sets and say, what, we pay for their flights, give them the exposure, we'll negotiate and get something. Before I usually say, no, you have to put more, that's not enough, come on. They are big names. If you can pay 40,000 for a Nollywood actor, why can't you pay 5,000 for a Sierra Leonean one? You know what I'm saying? But again, we need to, because again, from a business perspective, if you're a businessman, you want to go into business, first you're going to look at now, okay, fine, what is in it for me? What am I going to get? Is this name going to sell my film? Is this face going to sell my film? You understand? Thinking now, if you have the option to put Mr. Ibu in your film or Desmond Finney, sorry if I have to keep making mention of Desmond Finney, because for me, he's one of the best in Sierra Leone. Lots of people say, oh no, I want to watch the one with Mr. Ibu. Even though Desmond Finney can do it as well, or even better, if I should say that, all respect to Mr. Ibu, but they've all got their different characters and roles that they can do better anyway. So this is it. So somebody who is a businessman will look into himself, I'll prefer Mr. Ibu. We have to push now for them to believe that Desmond Finney can do it as well. Any role you give him, he will nail it. You understand? So this is what my aim is now after the pandemic, everything. I'm going to start pushing, sending lots of correspondence to like top producers worldwide for them to start putting Sierra Leonean actors in their films.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I was fortunate to be in one of your productions, Mr. Littlewood. It's a short sketch of about 20 minutes, which it was a great experience for me, Collins, because I have to thank you. You were the very first person that put me in front of a camera. always sit at home saying, I want to do this, I want to be an actor, I want to do this. But you gave me a chance, put me in front of that camera, even though it was for 20 minutes, but I appreciate it so much. So what's going on with that project now? Is it going to be on Yanga TV or on another channel?
Okay, let's start off from the point where we had a chat. Initially, the role you played was supposed to be played by DJ Little, but he was so busy, engaged with so many things. So I said, okay, as a last resort, I said, I'm going to get Melvin because you fit the role. And apart from that, I just believe you're well disciplined as well, because if you want to work with me, that's one of the things you have to make sure you have.
Yes. So
obviously, I remember calling you and asking you, okay, will you make it for 10 o'clock, whatever? You've never said no, always ready. Yes. Even the time you had to swap your rest days so that you can come on set so we can shoot the film. And I'm like, wow, this is what I want to see. Anyone can act. Anyone can act, trust me. It's all like, just like you now. It didn't take long for me to polish you, and you even like nailed it. You even did it well, far more than me, in fact. I was so impressed because it's a kind of short, the title of the film is The Evil That Men Do. Yeah. But the way you did it was like, I never believed you can even like act in that capacity as Mr. Littlewood. You nailed it. Kudos to you. Now we did it, and it was supposed to be like a series kind of episode. But because of like job-wise, I wasn't able to carry on doing it. But because now a TV station has taken the film, we might be doing subsequent, bits as well. We're going to do sequel to that first one and see how it goes. But you did well. Now with the film, Younger TV has taken it. They're going to be. I'm like thinking they will show it tonight, but I've just checked the schedule. The EPG is showing another short film that they're going to be done, not mine. So, but I'll let you know when they're going to show it. And after Younger TV, perhaps other TV stations will buy the rights as well, and they will be showing it. That will going to give you exposure. Don't be surprised if people start asking that they want you to be in their films, because you did well. You did well. Kudos to you.
Yeah. Thank you. That was a great opportunity you gave me as well. Thank you, Collins.
Mm-hmm.
Now, The Devil is in Freetown. Premiered on the 14th of April. Could you tell us a bit about that?
Well, The Devil in Freetown, the good thing about a film like that is about the war in Sierra Leone. I partnered with the ushers. They did like 80% before I even came in. The good thing about that film is we need to tell our stories, you know, and the good thing about that film, as I said, I wanted to say, sorry, it's like it let the world see what Sierra Leoneans went through.
Yeah.
It was not easy. It's like, okay, reading it, newspapers, the news, yes, you see it being put in motion pictures. You see what they went through, made it so real. It looks so real. Even people watching it were like, oh my God, I can't continue. I remember when we premiered the film, that was Odeon Cinema 2014. I got 4 of the ushers to come. Invited them from Sierra Leone to come to the UK so that they can also that was their first time coming to the UK, and I made my promise and I kept to my promise. They enjoyed it. They actually were at the premiere and they were interviewed on the red carpet. People were like, wow, Sierra Leoneans, wow, they're really good and all. That film made lots of people to cry. They were watching. I remember I mentioned this name, Pauline Long. She's a top big, TV personality. She said, I can't continue. She had to walk out. She was almost in tears. She said, it's too much to handle. These people went through this. It looks so real. Even when they chop people's arm, you see the arm. Oh my God. You will see everything. Everything was like bang. Now, we came at that film, and the good thing about it, we didn't do it because of money. We wanted the world to see what we went through. So I gave about 300 complimentary tickets, free. Wow. People come and watch it. Yeah. And I was so happy, and people watch it and they were like, oh my God, this was what happened. I know it's raw, yes. It brings memories, but we have to tell our stories. That's why I let people know. I didn't push people to watch it. I say, if you're involved in the war and it's going to bring memories, please don't come for the premiere, don't watch it. But it was good. Lots of people also attended who actually were affected by the war just to see it. And they were like, wow, that was good. Well put. Kudos to Pastor Yamomo. He was like, I mean, took time to get things right, you know. Now, we've done that film and obviously it's been put down, nothing happening. So I said, okay, you know what? We need to keep showing the world what's going on. So I decided to give the film to Younger TV for free. I said, don't pay, just show, just play for the world to see. Who knows, there could be somebody out there who will look and say, you know what? I want to help Sierra Leone. I want to help these people, you know? And not only that, also the actors in the film. I mean, who knows who will pick them and say, oh, I like the way that person acted that role. I want that person. You see, so that's the aim now. It's more about let people watch it. Remind people of what you went through. Know your base. Know where you came from. Who've been through hell, you know? So I believe other TV stations might want to ask for the film as well, which will be good for them to show the world what we went through. It's a film that would, it's a pity that, okay, it's an old film now, 2014 and whatnot. It would have been nice if it was shot on 4K resolution camera. I would be like pushing it to Netflix to see if they'll buy the rights. Yeah. You know, that would be like a case where I will have to the ushers know that this is what one of the what they won't buy because it was 2K resolution or high definition anyway. So they won't buy it. But again, it's a case wherein I hope we can do something similar to like The Devil in Freetown, so that people can see that Sierra Leoneans went through a lot. Even if it's not The Devil in Freetown, something to be tied to it's not like, because when you say the title Devil in Freetown, we don't really say anything about the war. You understand? So it's going to be something along the line, like war will come in or some kind of thing that people know that this is something to do with what we went through 1999 or 1991 for them to see and know, so they will buy into it. Okay. You know? Yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned something about Netflix. What's the relation between Netflix and the, let me say, Nollywood, the African movies? Are they buying a lot of rights to African movies?
Yes, they are. But they got their criteria, though, which obviously one of the criteria, you have to have a big name in the film.
Okay.
Face people know, or face everyone knows, if I should put it that way. Not everyone per se, but people, majority of people should know that face. So that's one. So because they don't know Sierra Leonean faces, even me, they don't know my face yet, even though I've featured in so many films. Because they're going to look and say, okay, fine, if Mr. Collins Archie-Pearce is in this film, how many people will be sensitized to watch it? That's the first thing. But if now they say Michael Ozorkwo is in this film, bang, they want it. Mr. Ibu, bang. Kenneth Okonkwo, bang. Van Vicker, bang. John Domelo, you know what I'm saying? So this is it. That's why I said earlier on, it's not only me. I just believe other promoters will also do the same, to start pushing Sierra Leonean actors. Push them, even if they can go and act for free somewhere wherein they would make a name for themselves and people start seeing them. You understand? Because it's my prayer, and I'm not going to give up. I'm going to persevere until they know us properly. We're almost on the map, but again, we still have to push, you know? Yeah, that's the thing. But they are like, they've bought lots of Nollywood films. One of the films they bought, Genevieve's film, talking about millions, over 3 million. For Nollywood. That's a lot. Yeah, you see?
Right. So we're not going to forget, you have another career. And before we close the show, we're going to let you tell us about your other career, which you are senior manager for the London Underground Limited. You just shed some light on what you do and how you balance that with your film career.
Well, I try not to talk much about my work activities because I've got certain constraints and whatever. Okay. But when I was a train operations standards manager, it's a kind of role wherein it's more of meetings and whatever, so it's easy for me to mix and match. If I have to go on set, I can even go on set and then finish and go to work. It's that easy, you know? So, but now I've taken the role of trains manager wherein I've got extra 2 weeks annual leave, which oh, thank God, because now I have more time to travel and do more of my film production, which is good for me. I am so thankful to God, because when you work at establishment wherein they respect you, they see you as somebody credible and believe in you, what you do, it's really good. I am always grateful to God, because I should have said this when I was, I don't think we'll have much time. We've got 2 minutes more, so I'm not going to go into it. But when I was a cleaning supervisor, let me just say this, it's not going to be more than 2 minutes. I was a cleaning supervisor at Dorchester Hotel. I always say I clean with pride.
Yes.
So I was wearing my overall, jump on the bus, and on the back is got cleaning supervisor.
Yes.
That is how proud I was to show the world, yes, I'm a cleaner. You know, I always say anything you're doing, do it to all your might.
Do it well.
That's it.
Yeah,
this is it. So that's me. So anything I'm doing, if you call me now to do any job, first and foremost, I'll say if I can't do it, I'll tell you. But if I've accepted it, I have to do it. So this is it. So anything I do, my brother, I put my 100% to it.
Okay. Have you got any words of advice for aspiring actors, people that are looking to break into the movie industry? Have you got any words of advice for them?
Well, especially Leoneans, because Nigerians, they established now, they like up there. But even if Nigerians are watching, they can also learn from this. You see, you're going to have obstacles. It will come. That one is unavoidable. All I can say now, just focus on what you want. If you want to be a top actor, you have to be well disciplined. Yeah. If call time is 8 o'clock, don't go there 1 minute past 8 saying it's only 1 minute. No. In fact, get there before 7:45, in fact, if possible. You know, when you go on set, don't go there and start to like walk full or you don't know what you want to see, start looking at the script. No, you should have recited, everything should be up there. You know, because this is like, you make life easy for the director, you understand, and for the DOP as well. So when they say action, you know what you have to say, just comes out. So because you know what you have to say, you go into character, you do it without thinking, because you act in it now instead of saying it. So so this is like it. So you must be well disciplined, have whatever your priorities, right? If you know you have to go on set and you have to go to work, choose which one you want to do. Don't go on set and rush to go to work. You understand? And start saying, oh, I have to leave at 12 because I have to start work at 1. No, it doesn't work that way. Either you can take, for me, I usually take unpaid leave sometimes just to go on set to shoot, you know, for me, because that's what I want. So know what you want, know what you're going into, do your research. Don't go halfway and say, this is not for me, and then step out. No, do your research, do your feasibility. Know what you want, know the good and bad of what you want to go into. So if you want to be an actor, your parents might frown on it. It could be, I'm not saying, I mean, they have to, but you have to explain to them, say, Mom, Dad, this is what I want. Yeah. This is my passion. Give me the unction. Let me have the unction. Sensitize me to go and do it, you know, because I see it like you need support. If they don't support you, talk them through. Let them see the good side of it. If they still don't support you, well, the choice is yours. But I would say if that's what I want, I go for it. So long as it's nothing bad, nothing that's going to like dent my image. Now, the other thing you need to remember here, work as a team. Whosoever you're working with is not a competition. I give you a good example. Adeyemi Ladna is in America. We talk, we encourage each other to keep pushing. He's won so many awards as well. But I'm not envious. He's not envious. We communicate, we work together, we support each other. I give him thumbs up all the time when I'm seeing him doing good things. He does the same. It's no competition. But again, in another way, it's like a competition when you're going for awards and you both nominated, you start pushing people to vote for you, he's pushing. Sometimes I say, you know what, I don't care who wins. Let the best person win and he will laugh. Because this is the spirit. You understand? So let's support each other. When you go and say, don't say, oh, I'm going to outshine this person. No, you go and do your bit. Because this is the world we live in, wherein if you want to get it right, get support from people, let them show you, give you positive feedback, constructive feedback. If the feedback they give to you is not what you want to hear, it's because they care about you. That's why they're telling you the truth, not what you want to hear. You know, so when they say, oh, you didn't do it well, mate, you should have done it this way, you say, okay, thanks for that. I'll look into it. If another person tells you the same thing, the third person knows that is definitely right. Yeah. Something went wrong somewhere. Some people might give you feedback because they envious, they don't want you to pursue whatever you want or discourage you. Yes, but again, you should be able to discern these things to know who is right from who is wrong, who is trying to like desensitize you to do what you want to do. You know, but whatever happens, stay focused, respect people on set, respect your elders, people who are there before you. That's what I mean. I mean, you could be 60 years, I could be 55 years, but if I've been there before you, well before you, don't say, oh, it's my boy, it's my junior. No, look up to him, learn from him, watch other Nollywood films or Hollywood films or Indian films, Chinese films, just see it, how they go into character, mix and match, then you cannot implement yours. And last of all, which I want everyone who aspiring to get up there, when you getting up, climbing up, please swallow your pride and humble yourself. Humility goes a long way. Please, if people come to you, start screaming, oh, autograph, pictures, don't condescend. Come down and talk to them. I went to Sierra Leone and God knows how many people, hundreds of people queuing up, dancing in the streets of Freetown, banner and everything. They printed about, 500 t-shirts, space of no time, sold out and everything. I was there, we all danced together. They were screaming. Some roads were blocked. Yeah. God knows how many people slept at the airport. I believe you've seen the video. Yeah, myself, I was so humble. Even when I went to the Gambia, same thing celebrating me. It's not more about like, let me put it this way. I don't want to go over the time. It's after 9 o'clock now, but just in a nutshell, whatever you do, respect your fellow men. You're not better than them. We're all the same. Just humble yourself and your way will be clear. Thank you very much.
Well, viewers, you've heard for yourself. So the aspiring actors, there's going to be obstacles, but you've got to be disciplined, you've got to be humble, and you've got to show some respect. It's been an hour with the legend, the man who has single-handedly put Sierra Leone on the map through his movies, his writing, his directing, and his producing. Collins Archie-Pearce, it's been a pleasure having you on my show. Thank you so much. And to our viewers, this brings us to the end of another episode. Always remember, we have to aspire to inspire others. Good night, and thank you.
Thank you.